Wow, what a win by the Indiana Fever. I am just impressed by the resiliency. As I've stated when the season started, the Fever should be expected to at least make the second round of the playoffs. Do we expect, injuries to happen, Caitlin Clark to have her games where she missed and then struggle with playing to Stephanie White's style? No, we did not. But here they are in the second round, 3 games away from the WNBA finals. And no matter what happens against the Aces, they have accomplished their expectations, in my opinion. They've already done that this year because next year you're hoping that Caitlin Clark is healthier. I know people might hope that she'll make a return in the playoffs. I just wouldn't do it. I think you just got to ride it out with this team. Even if they somehow make it to the WNBA finals, I don't see that happening. But if they somehow do it, then it's like, okay, well, people are going to say they can win without Caitlin Clark, which you have to understand. They're just playing with a ton of heart. They're the underdogs, so nobody's going to pick them. And the Dream were, I think, a -7.5 favorites to win this game. And the Fever started well. They were playing with a ton of tempo. They were pushing the ball. Tipson, again, was great tonight, +5. And I know she only had 2 points, but she was giving really good energy out there. I like that Eric Powers was, giving energy. So the bench, they didn't score a lot, but the energy was there. And then the play of the game, and we'll talk about before that in a moment, but when Kelsey Mitchell had the ball, she tried to pass into Leah Boston. First off, I like that decision in the first place because you're trying to play through Boston. And Kelsey Mitchell was not trying to force the final shot. So the ball deflects off the Dream. Kelsey Mitchell picks up the ball. It looks like it was going to be a turnover. She passes it out to Odyssey Sims. Instead of trying to force that shot, she passes the ball, which led to the open layup for Leah Boston. If Kelsey Mitchell decides to force that shot up, the Fever probably don't win this game. So credit to Kelsey Mitchell for understanding the moment, not giving into her habits because she's a score first guard, and that's what she's great at. But she decided to be a playmaker, work with the time they had available, and Boston gets the game-winning layup. And of course, Lexi Hall, the game-winning steal. I mean, I forget about that part. That play was incredible. The entire team this whole season has shown resiliency. I understand they're not going to be favorites against the Aces. That's understandable. The Aces, they won back-to-back championships. They didn't win it last year, but they're going to be the favorites. And that's actually right now they're -8.5 tomorrow. But again, what the Fever have done this year is they've shown heart, character, and they've had injuries to key rotational players, and they've added people. They've stepped in and brought energy to the team and contributed. And I don't know what's going to happen next. If they can even get a game against the Aces, that's a win. They're playing with house money right now. There's no expectation for them to beat the Aces or win the championship. Like imagine if the Fever had win the finals this year. Obviously, you're going to see your fans talk about, well, they can win without Caitlin Clark, but Caitlin Clark would have a championship. I know she might not contribute, or maybe she'll play in the finals. She'll give you like 10 minutes a night. She'll get 10 points and a few assists and lead the Fever's bench. That would be crazy. But I don't believe that's realistic for Caitlin Clark. I just believe she needs to rest and gear up for next season. When it comes to Stephanie White, here's what I'm hoping from her. Learn from the season, get better as a head coach, adapt to Caitlin Clark's play style. Look, you can have stretches in games where you want to play in the mud, where you got to muck things up. However, you have offensive-minded players on this team where you need to unlock their potential, unlock them during the flow of the game. Or Caitlin Clark needs more freedom to play in transition, push the pace. Yeah, she'll make mistakes or turn the ball over, but that's just part of who she is as a basketball player. But if she's able to run in transition, put pressure on the defense where she can create points for her teammates or score, that helps Indiana's offense and that fires them up. And also, I want to see the fourth quarters get better because you could slow the game down all you want, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think you got to stick to your identity. You've got players on this team who can play defense like Tipson. She should get a bigger role next season, in my opinion. And I think she should get more minutes. And then you still have someone like Lexi Hall. They need to add another versatile big man on this team, in my opinion. I think that will help with spacing the floor. Somebody who can guard in space as well. You don't have to be perfect at it, but just good and competitive out there because Dantas, she's great on offense, but she doesn't fit on the Fever, in my opinion. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping for Stephanie White. Again, incredible win for the Fever. Like, this is a huge moment for them. They haven't made, the second round of the playoffs in a decade. Have won a playoff series, if I'm not mistaken. So it just shows the heart of this team. And you never know. Like, if they get in a game 5 against the Aces, like I said with this game, they just got to keep it close, and you see what happens. They were down 85-80 with about, 2.5 minutes left, and they went on a 7-0 run to win the game. That's incredible. And it wasn't easy. They had possessions where they didn't score. And I think it was like stayed at like 85, 84 for a little bit. And then they had to get another stop. No, it was 85, 82. Yeah, with like under 50 seconds left. And they still managed to win that game. That's crazy. Like that's nuts to me. So shout out to the Fever for being competitive, especially on defense down the stretch. And yeah, it's just a great moment for them. I'm happy for the Fever. And I know that not having Clark doesn't help the fans out there who want to see her healthy because you're going to see other people online say, "Oh, well, I'm here for the banter. I'm here for the conversation about, oh, the Fever are better without Caitlin Clark," when you don't know basketball. Like, to be honest, you have to look at how styles match up, and you're going to change things up when you don't have your best player out there. That's just natural. And this team has a lot of fight and has a lot of resiliency. We've seen other teams like this in the past where they're on demand and they go out there and still win basketball games. They still make surprising playoff runs, but it eventually catches up when you don't have your best player out there. But the Fever deserve a ton of credit. Shout out to them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Fever's shocking Game 3 win. And what do you expect in the next series against the Aces? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.